Yo, chat. What's going on, guys? Today we took one loss, and we also had another trade that we just didn't take because I saw no entry. But however, that trade ended up hitting. So in hindsight, could have been 1-1, but in reality, 1-0. But it's all good. Let's get right on into it on what today was. So coming into today, let's start off with Nasdaq because that is actually where I lost my trade. Believe it or not. Let me turn on my executions. Um, okay, coming into Nasdaq, let's look at the daily. I'm starting to properly identify my daily bias with looking at the daily chart instead of the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, etc. I'm usually just looking at the daily, moving on to the 4 hour to 1 hour, then from there, proceed. So today, I looked at the daily and I saw that we broke structure to the upside. As you can see right here, after this high, we broke structure. So I immediately knew we were bullish. It's as well as we were playing in this bearish order block as well right here. So this was going to be kind of interesting to see how price was going to play out. But I immediately knew it was bullish just considering the way how we broke structure from the downside, continue up, and I think price is going to want to come and test into this bearish order block right here, and probably take out these highs as well that do need to get taken out. But PSA before I continue on to the video, today was Friday and nothing was going on, but however, Martin Luther King Jr. is next week, so that's probably why price was not in my favor at all. It was very, very, very slow today, but that's pretty much it. So looking at my daily buys, I saw that we were into an uptrend, and I probably knew that we were going to play into this bearish daily, not daily, yeah, bearish daily order block. And I know price in the future is going to want to have to take out these highs in order to continue because price already swept all this liquidity right here. And from there, I was like, okay, I'm looking for buys. Buy. You already know the deal. Coming into market open, however, let's see, where are we? Here we are. Okay. Coming into market open, this seems like a whole lot. Um, let's take you guys back to where I started. Start for the 4 hour actually. I didn't really do anything on the 4 hour. There's really nothing to really mark out besides these highs, but honestly these were honestly 1 hour highs to be honest that I was actually looking to, not take out but really just draw towards since these were one of my draws in liquidity as well. I'll talk about this green line later on in the video. But for there we go. For the 4 hour, that's pretty much it. That's literally all I had right here. Were these draws in liquidity. What I did for the hourly too, because they were technically hourly draws in liquidity that I just did, but they showed up on the 4 hour as well. How convenient. We also had this really, really big fair value gap. Not this 4 hour one that we ended up playing off of and got rejection to the downside, but we also had this hourly one right here that we only poked our head into once, and we were playing in this very bearish fair value gap, which is also a heavy reason on why I think price did not go my way at all. Not until later actually, because you'll see what I mean. But from there, I marked out my hourly highs because this is where I actually wanted price to draw towards. And this was actually a day where I was taking a trade not on my phone because I didn't have class today. So I was like, okay, bet. Let's see if price actually wants to do good because usually when I trade on my PC, I'm actually locked in, like focused. When I take a trade on my phone, I'm usually everywhere at once, but I'm still paying attention. So unfortunately, it didn't go my way. But we'll continue on with the video. Coming into today, I started off with the 15-minute mainly because looking at London session. Yes, only indicator I use is this because honestly, believe it or not, this indicator is actually pretty solid. Just for like, until I get it like down in my head, like okay, this is what time session starts. This is what time these sessions overlap, etc. I'm gonna use this in the meanwhile. But it was also really good for helping, so I can know like if it's properly correcting my bias or do I have to switch up my bias as well. So coming into today pre-market in London session, we had immense, and I mean immense, buys to the upside, right? We ended up taking so much liquidity, and in turn, we created so much fair value gaps. So I was like, okay, if we're bullish, we're gonna want to retrace into these fair value gaps and then push up in order for price to, continue up higher. So that was pretty much how I was looking. To be honest, I was looking at these fair value gaps as draws and liquidity, which is why I marked out these two draws. I knew price wasn't really gonna drop all the way down. Let's see, price opened right here. I knew price wasn't going to draw down 318 ticks. That was just insane to even just probably assume that. Like it could on a high volatile day, possibly, yes, but considering that Monday is literally a bank holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and today is Friday. What comes after Friday? Monday. Today was gonna move, kind of slow, and that's pretty much what happened today. So coming into today, excuse me, I saw my 15-minute fair value gaps that I literally wanted to be retraced. I mean, tapped into and then retraced out for me in order to even be more confident into taking this trade. Which then we scale onto the 5-minute right here. This seems like a lot, but trust me, let's take this out and let's hopefully simplify it for you guys. So coming into today, this is just the hourly fair value gap right here that price just kept playing on into today. Unfortunately, until we invalidated. Actually, we didn't end up invalidating. This is a very, very strong area, as you guys can see. But coming into today, was not even worried about the fair value gap, not until later at least. Coming in today, market open, heavily shoot down, literally just killing the bed. Literally tapping into this 5-minute order block. I mean, order block, not order block. 5-minute fair value gap. This 15-minute imbalance ended up coming down to this 15-minute imbalance as well on this second wick right here. That was like, okay, perfect. Let me get up. Let me get a bullish candle up, and then a bearish retrace, and then we're straight. What did we get? We also got a bullish candle closing in, and we also got a bearish candle retrace. And from there, I'm like, okay, bet. Let's look for some entries. So I scrolled down all the way, and honestly, mistakes. This was honestly just chop city, to be honest. But coming into today, I marked out my breaker structure, which was right here on this red line. We don't really need this anymore because, as you can see, we're just playing into this 15-minute fair value gap range. So right here, I marked out my breaker structure, and from there we created this 1-minute order block, which was honestly heavily bullish, considering the fact we closed out of it once, retested into it multiple times, and still closed out bullish. And from there, I was like, okay, bet. And from there, we also created this fair value gap right here, and now, we created this fair value gap, and then from there, I saw rejection down, and then I saw a bullish close out. From there, I just entered, boom, and literally second wick, I got wicked out and I got stopped out. It's pretty unfortunate, but it's the way of the game. Honestly, we're playing way too much into this fair value gap range. Literally, that's what price was the majority of AM session, and from there, I was like, yikes. Excuse me. That is pretty much it, honestly, for this trade. I mean, we were literally stuck into this fair value gap session, and then we came back down to retest this 1-minute bullish order block. We did get a bearish close into the other 15-minute fair value gap, but then we got buying pressure out of that 15-minute fair value gap into this 1-minute order block, and then from there we got buying pressure out of that order block, retested into this inverse fair value gap and invalidating. Okay, let's take this fair value gap out. We created this fair value gap right here, invalidating this to make it become a inverse fair value gap, and from there we saw buying pressure out. And also, this honestly could have been a, let's see. We had this BPR right here as well. We had these two fair value gaps overlapping each other. Although it was an inverse, we also did have bullish confirmation as well. And then from there, price just continued to keep going higher and higher. But unfortunately, I did get stopped out because price was honestly not really the best. I should have known this coming into today, honestly, after seeing the massive chop work on the 1-minute. But I generally thought, since we had the confluences, that my take profit was gonna hit. Take profit actually was going to be my 15-minute. This was a very 15-minute draw on liquidity, like very, very high, that I do think price is still going to want to take out. As you can see right here, we were literally, so how close we were, like 7 ticks, maybe less, honestly, if I'm measuring that wrong, 7 ticks away from taking that liquidity out. But this was also the 9 o'clock candle, 9 o'clock high formed after the 10 o'clock candle. So I was like, okay, bet, let's use that instead of these draws on liquidity, because I don't think price is going to reach, I didn't think price was gonna reach here that far because especially market one was not volatile, and two, it was just a very slow day considering we had a bank holiday on Monday. Probably a good reason why market didn't really, move in my favor. Well, not my favor, move in the volatile way it usually moves on Friday. As well as this was also mistake number two. We didn't have bullish structure on the 5 minute nor 15 minute. Like when I took this trade, we were literally still in a downtrend. Like although it may seem like we're in an uptrend, we didn't close above any highs at all. Because if we look at it, this, excuse me, I got stopped out on this wick. This right here is the high, but we didn't. I mean, this right here is the high, and we did not close out of it at all until like later on in the market. Right here, I like to say. Let's take that out. Take that out. Oh, take that out. Take that out. Take that out. Take that out there. Oh, let's also take this out as well. Okay. But whatchamacallit, we didn't really break 5 minute structure until here, and then that's where we really started seeing bullish confirmation. But until then, we were really just stuck into a 5 minute downtrend, and unfortunately, that's honestly something I really should have saw. I was really stuck on the 1 minute. I didn't look at any higher time frames, and I should have known that if the 1 minute doesn't align with the higher time frames, I'm probably gonna get stopped out. Because remember, higher time frame holds the higher power. As we can see in the daily, we saw that it was bullish, although it was retesting on a bearish order block. Daily, buys for today was still bullish, as you can see right here. Um, Generally see no entries for shorts. Maybe like the retraces down to the fair value caps. Yeah, I could have probably banked on that, but that wasn't my personal bias. My bias was bullish. I wanted to see buy orders and I wanted to see sell side liquidity getting swept, and we didn't really get anything swept. We really just got the fair value gap invalidated. But yeah, that pretty much goes for the Nasdaq trade that we lost. Unfortunately, would I have won? Honestly, um, Loki, probably not because we still haven't had take profit. But I probably would have moved my stop to break even. So overall, I probably still would have won, but still would have been break even. But on to ES. All right, coming on to ES. Literally the exact same thing. um, broke structure. Excuse me, broke structure right here. I thought we were bullish. Playing in this bearish order block right here. You could probably count this as the order block as well, or breaker, but I counted this as the bearish order block right here. I was like, okay, bet. I know this is probably gonna be pretty tricky, but let's see how price is gonna want to play out. I didn't see any entry for this trade that I'm gonna be commencing or showing. If I did, this trade definitely would have won as well, but unfortunately, it's the way of the game. So coming into today, literally same thing. 15-minute fair value gap. Right here, this was a 5 minute fair value gap, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait. Oh yeah, this was a 15 minute. It was just placed wrong. My bad, chat. 15-minute fair value gap right here. This was a what was this? This was an order block actually, I presume. Let's see, yeah, this was a bullish order block. But coming into today, let's go to the 5 minute. What did we do? Price opened up. Price hit this 5 minute imbalance right here. We don't really need this because price did not hit this at all. So price came in, tapped into this excuse me, fair value gap right here. Price was moving really slow when market opened up. That's also something I should have saw. But then again, price just opened up, and it's not really the macro. The macro is honestly one of the key times where it should be likely to take a trade. Obviously, you can take a trade whenever you see your confluences and stuff, but for me, I was really just waiting till the macro. And before the macro, I saw that price wasn't moving as volatile as Nasdaq. One should have been a hindsight sign to just be like, okay, let's see how prices wants to do. Just not take a trade today. Mistake number one again for ES, and then from there, well, also we got a bearish confirmation from there, but that is actually what I wanted, to be honest, because from there we also created a 1 minute bullish order block, and then excuse me, we ended up not literally we ended up getting our retrace to like later on, to be honest. And then from there, that's really when excuse me, that's really when I scrolled on to the 1 minute. But we also had this 1 minute, I mean not 1 minute, this 5 minute fair value gap right here that, whoa, wrong high, there you go. this 5 minute fair value gap right here that ended up getting a bullish structure out, bullish structure close. So I was like, okay, bet. Let's go on to the 1 minute and let's see what's popping. Brand new whip, let's hop in. I got options. I got past that. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Chill, 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 chat, chill. Not gonna lie, only reason why I'm wearing a hat is because I cannot find my bonnet. I think it's washing right now, and my hair is a mess. And I'm not gonna let my precious viewers, if anyone views this, see this. Cause like, come on now, like you guys are my dogs. I'm not gonna see you guys. I'm not gonna let you guys see me in my worst position. I'm gonna grow out my hair. I'm gonna be like the next TJR. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm trying to be the first he's on, but what you call it? Coming in, we saw that we made a bearish for value gap, and I was actually looking to want to invalidate this because the 5 minute was bullish. Remember that. We also made a 1 minute bearish order block, and this was pulling up some pretty strong wicks to the sell side. I'm not gonna lie. And then I marked out my breaker structure, which was right here. This was the 1 minute bearish order block created before I marked out my breaker structure, and this was the 1 minute and 5 minute, as you can see, fair value gap right here that we ended up did getting bullish closures above, getting retest, bullish closures above. We also tapped into this order block that I marked out prior to this. Like I said, um, we retested into the bullish order block. We ended up closing above. We ended up retesting into the fair value gap multiple times, closing above. And this would have been my entry actually, if because we made an extra fair value gap right here. I wanted to see a retest from either the bearish candle or the bullish candle, and then proceed to discontinue. But unfortunately, we didn't get that, so I just didn't take a trade, and I just marked it out as if I were to take a trade. This is how I would have put it. This would have been a 2 to 3. Another key entry honestly could have been this inverse fair value gap right here, because we closed above it, from there inversing it, testing above, closing below, and then from there we retest, close above. That right there could have been my entry, anywhere above, and then I could have put my stops on the breaker structure right here, or honestly maybe right here on this fair value gap right here, and then um I probably would have been filled right there, and then probably could have put my close like right here, maybe like on the breaker structure. This would have been a 2.77 RR, and then from there we just retest into the bearish order block. From there we just reject it and take out excuse me, take out hourly liquidity. That was one of my levels that I marked prior to market open actually, because I knew from the start my bias for today was bullish, and I knew that we were gonna want to take out liquidity from the buy side. But before we were to do that, we had to come back, retest these fair value gaps, retest these areas before we continued on our bullish bias. And honestly, we won that trade. Well, in hindsight, we won, but obviously in reality, we did not win because my entry wasn't taken, and I didn't really see that fair value gap entry until like after the fair value gap hit. So that was on me, but I wasn't really looking to trade after I lost my trade. Honestly, I was really just to see how market would play out and to see if my bias was correct. And I can honestly proudly say my bias was correct. I was bullish. I was bullish on both indexes, ES and Nasdaq. Smoking on that gas pack, smoking TOS pack. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Key things that I've learned. I'm starting to actually. I recommend whoever watches this to do that too. All right. Everything you've learned in trading in a notebook, like not journal, but everything you've learned in trading, like all your confluences, everything that you have, put it in one separate notebook. This notebook right here has so much sauce. It's actually insane. Like this could genuinely, after I turn profitable from this could genuinely turn something profitable because it's like living proof. But I'm still updating this like as I go along and everything every day if I find something new. And then get another journal for your goals and for your trading journal, and just whenever you take a loss, whenever you take a win, write it. Whenever you have goals in here, write it, look back on it, and just do it. And I'm telling you, it actually feels so good, and you're actually going to thank yourself in the future. I started this journal literally almost a year ago, 11 months ago. My first page was literally technical analysis, but um, this was really the first day I started the boot camp. And then literally when I was about to start day 2 of the boot camp, that's when Trading Transformation came out. And rest is really history, to be honest. But getting out of topic, but what I really realized is that consistently, if you guys were to look at all my previous videos, I'm starting to really like not master. Obviously, I'm nowhere near master, but I'm kind of consistently starting to get my daily buys correct. Wherever I think the daily or higher time frame wants to go, I see it on the lower time frames. It ends up playing out that way. But unfortunately, my trades aren't hitting that bias. Obviously they are, but not until like later on in the day. So I think I'm gonna need to tweak on some little things, or maybe just today was honestly just chop city work. But that's really what I realized. My biases are getting correct, but it's just that my trades are just not. I'm not really winning my trades, mainly because I'm either entering way too late, entering way too early, or my stop loss just isn't correct. My take profits are always correct since I'm always targeting draws on liquidity, low resistance liquidity, imbalances, order blocks, breakers, some on the rare equilibrium. And that's also one thing I didn't mark out equilibrium today on neither imbalance on neither indexes because uh no reason honestly. When I usually mark out uh, equilibrium on both my indexes before I take a trade, that's like a must. So that's honestly one mistake that I'm gonna fix Tuesday when I trade. Um um I have a whole bunch of other mistakes as well that do need to get fixing, but I wrote them down in my journal. So I'm just gonna work on that when I backtest later. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Socials are down below. TikTok is literally getting banned on Sunday. Damn. I think I'm just gonna have to open like a new Instagram account or something and just like try and just like post on there and see what happens. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Tuesday hopefully, because Monday's a bank holiday. I might I've been thinking about like doing back testing videos. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But until then, catch you guys Tuesday. I'm out. Enjoy your weekends. Stay safe. Love you guys. Peace.